witches and vampires myself. Sure as bones there are a lot of these bastards. This is it. This must be what the Skull King is worried about. Sister Balra? The same witch that killed the merchant back in Riften. I'd definitely like to get my hands on that one. Let's go.
Yeah, you could definitely tell I'm faster.
Windhelm sentry. Down here? Hey! Are you alright?
That lying, manipulative witch. She stabbed me. The Reach Witch, Sister Balra.
Sister Balra.
She got in me.
She got you down. Ooh.
I made a terrible mistake. I told her how to sneak into the Palace of Kings. Now I think the Skull King is in danger. Balra said she had something planned for hiking Yoren. Said I was loose and...
Idiot. Sells the Skull King for a handful of gold.
That's crazy. Oh. Talk to you. I'm sick of talking to you. You gotta check in with her so much every time.
But I assumed the Ice Reach Coven had a grander plan than that. A deathbed confession? That tells me the sentry believed he put the...
Alright, let's head. We ain't talking about nothing. To win him, like you said. Bow, bow.
The Palace of Kings. Hurry. We must warn Yoren.
Yes. Warn him. Run for your lives. Get in there, get in there. Get in there, get in there. She running? Oh, yeah, she running. She running.
Doesn't look like anyone's on alert. Maybe we got here in time.
Let me see how my run is. Oh.
The Skull King.
We're fresh from the warm southern lands. You
I
smell
can't
of salt
divulge
and
too much.
century.
Even the great lyrist Titanborn must know that. It's a matter of royal security.
Royal security? Listen, you little fool. You talk to her.
Who does Titanborn think she is? Whatever you and the half-giant... Well, it's true that how highly irregular. But if this is true...
Into the palace. Let's move.
And there we go. Now we in the Palace of the Kings. Now we in the Palace of the Kings. Now we in the Palace with the crown. Yes. No, I'm not lucky. I'm blessed. Yes. Clap for the heavyweight champ. Me. But we couldn't do it all alone. We. Young Money raised me. Grew up out of Paisley. Southside Jamaica. Queensland is crazy. But they couldn't do it all alone. Young Money saved.
Maps of Harpengar? Why would the Coven and its allies need that?
What you got? Slop. Oh. Oh, I don't need that. Okay, I love a good meal. I love a good meal. He's below. Okay.
That map details the distribution of troops throughout Skyrim. Look, they tore off the western holds.
Yeah, let me get that goal. Let me see. A Treatise on Conscientious Larceny by Zizar Dar. To steal a thing is simplicity itself. One merely takes what one will, and that is that. Even a treasure jealously guarded can be stolen easily under the right circumstances. But such things will not be discussed here. This treatise hopes the reader will become a capable pilferer of found things. Methods, distractions, and tools of the trade will not be discussed herein. So if you are a hungry Jakajit, looking to make your way on the streets of Central, look elsewhere. Really, what are you doing here? You should be out casing marks. Bandits, burglars, defalcators, and cheats. Keep reading. You might learn a thing or two. Who is worthy of your gift? Any able pilferer knows the next heist is merely a question of time and place. But to keep your heart as light as your gloves, you will do well to be wary of your target. Easy marks are abundant, but the majority are as desperate as you are. Ignore them. You won't make a name for yourself fleeching ditch diggers and scullions of their hard-won dinners, and they certainly won't sing the songs every central dreg knows by heart and hair. No, look for the merchant whose purse lies buried behind 3 tall walkers with etched swords and inlaid plate. Watch for the wizard whose tower sends alchemical stenches billowing into the canvas city. Seek out the pomp-pursed dandyclaw whose grounds are free of flick tongues. Never take all, just a portion. They will deem what you took an acceptable loss. Admitting their loss would send every shingle step in town leaping through their casements, which is why they rarely inform the guard. It doesn't hurt that they also have the most to pilfer. But what is worth taking, and most importantly, what is there to do with all the riches you've liberated from lightless prisons? What to do with a heavy purse? Treasure, whether in pockets or in the ground, weighs heavily on mind and the spirit. It can be tempting to take famous treasures. Who has not heard the many tales of Rajin? But as the tale suggests, some treasures are difficult to move and are often worth more in trouble than the gold you'll get for them. Coin is best, of course. It's small and easy to move. Jewelry comes next, though you may have to melt pieces down if they're too closely filigreed. Potions can be just as valuable, if not immediately useful to your trade. Look especially for those with restorative properties, for these can be priceless when properly plied. Don't overlook sundries either. Frequently, a treasure will be too well guarded or trapped with snares to justify the effort, but the mark is not always a lost cause. Only the most paranoid take precautions with a sugar closet, for who would impede his own sweet tooth? Much the same with the cupboards, for a hungry belly needs filling fast, and tripwires only get in the way. Do not be too prideful to make off with these things. While they will rarely be missed, they can fill your belly and bring you fame to rival even the luckiest moonlighters. Where should you flee? Take as much as you can carry. Fill your pockets and parcels with whatever you can fit, such that it overflows your waistband and bites into your back. Your bounty is as important to your escape as it is to your purse. When you are pursued, as you often will be, spoils secured properly about your vitals will throw off arrows raining down from the walls. In the streets, cut release ties to spill out your treasures into the path of your pursuers. Throw them to the crowds. Their scrambling for your riches will sow confusion, creating obstacles for your escape. Not only will these efforts delay your pursuers, news of your open hand will spread like wildfire through the streets. What is more valuable than your name? It will buy your safe haven in times of need, food for your belly in lean times, and more importantly, will carry you through the darkest of life's troubles. And when you are old and can no longer leap between rooftops, you can rest easily among your children's children, assured that your legacy is as clean as a well-greased tumble catch. Good luck in your exploits. When they are sung through the taverns and slums of the world, Zazar Dar will be sure to carry the tomb. That was cute. See, I like stuff like that. Yes, tell me a little tale. Oh, they done killed somebody. Who was that? Palace of King's worker. Okay. Time to kind. In darkness your light shines through. Warrior goddess, for you we strike true. When hope is lost and war rages on, warrior goddess, hear our blessed song. With the North's death fallen in battle, warrior goddess, guide us through shadow. Grant us courage to fight and sharpen our swords. Warrior goddess, mother of Nords. The Song of Pelennor. On his love of Morehouse. Black Reach, Fictions and Facts. Closing the Octo Cage, or A Defense Against the Plainmailed. Divines and the Nords. Threat of the Bandari Peddlers by Zoldar, High Priest of Sadakalan. This week, O faithful ones, my sermon is not a homily or a parable, but a warning to all true Red Guards to beware the wiles of the devilish cat people, those thieves and heretics who infest the fields outside our gates and call themselves Bandari peddlers. Long have we known that these itinerant beast people use the mask of merchant to hide their true trades of theft, fraud, and chicanery. Why, then, do the magistrates continue to allow them to set up camp before the gates of our towns? Why are they not driven from our lands and never allowed to return? Clearly, other powers are at work here, infidel powers of sacrilege and evil. How else to explain the folly of those who patronize these creatures and the blindness of those in authority who tolerate their open pandering and vice? But how do you know this, O Zoldar, O Zuladir, or Zuladar? You may ask, how has this truth been revealed unto you? And I ask you, what do we say when someone sneezes? We say, Tuwaka, bless you, do we not? And why do we say this? Because as the ancient writing tells us, a sneeze is a sign of the presence of an evil spirit. And what happens to many of the faithful, myself very much included, when in the presence of one of these cat people? We sneeze. We sneeze, our very eyes water, and we sneeze again. Heed, I say, hearken to the warning of Tuwaka. These Bandari are evil spirits incarnate. Abjure their company, avoid their camp, suffer not their tainted wares to be brought into your abode. All about giants. The Book of Circles. Okay. I think we got all the books. I think we got all the books they got. Okay, this is up them stairs. So I guess we're... Y'all handle him. Handle him fine. Oh, they is just cutting down everybody in their path. This is horrible. You're done. And then we just go ahead and take you down. And that's that. Alright, now I think we shall find the king now. You sound lucky. Alright. think, hold on, that baby getting too riled up. It might be mommy duty time. Yeah, give me
Key
them
to the
palace
dungeons.
dungeon keys.
Yorn wasn't up here, so let's search down there.
Alright, y'all. I'll come back and finish the dungeon. We almost done with this mission. And we're going to see how it plays out.